My next one is from Kathy, Pastor Steve. And she says this. What's your take on 2 Chronicles 7, 13, and 14 in regards to what's going on right now in the world? And that's it. So I don't know if you want to read those.
Yeah, that's a
English.
real famous passage. It says, "When I shut up heaven and there is no rain, or command the locusts to devour the land, or send pestilence among my people, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven, and I'll forgive their sin and heal their land." And I think that's pretty straightforward. And one of the things that people will do is they'll say, well, that's in the context of ancient Israel. And it is. It's in the context of ancient Israel. And so God makes that promise to them. But when God's making a promise to people, it's a function of his nature, right? And so in the Old Testament, his people were the people of Israel. And in the New Testament, his people are those who follow him, believers. And so I think that that's a passage that would apply to us too. I think that many times God allows certain consequences to take place in people's lives to drive them to their knees so that they will come into a relationship with Christ. God's way more interested in your eternal welfare than he is in your material welfare. He's way more interested in your eternity than he is in your life here and now. And so we've all been in positions where we've been disobedient to God. And again, I was talking earlier about being backslidden. When I was backslidden, every rotten thing that happened to me, I'm looking up and I'm going, God, is this you? And I think that's reasonable. I think that that's something that God wanted me to do at that time, to recognize that maybe these things were judgments that came from him. I can't say that this is a judgment that comes from God. Most often these things, when they're a judgment that comes from God in the Bible, they're announced before they take place. But Jesus in Matthew chapter 24 said that one of the signs that was going to precede his coming is that there would be wars and rumors of wars and famines and pestilences in various places. And so we've seen more and more pestilence as time goes on. And a lot of that pestilence has come out of places that are in positions where they are in complete disobedience to God. And so, yeah. So you have MERS, you have, COVID-19, and some of these other things.
Which, to your point, came out of a place that you can't even really share the gospel legally.
Yeah, legally.
So,
yeah, not that everybody in China is not a Christian, because there's a large church in China.
Absolutely.
But and in places in the Middle East also. That's for MERS. But in any case, we need to be people of prayer, and so I need to be somebody who is willing to pray for my country, pray for the people around us. You know what, you guys? One of the signs that follows believers, Jesus said this. This is out of Mark chapter 16. One of the signs that follows believers is they'll lay hands on the sick and they'll recover. And so there's going to be some sick people around here. And so you have that kind of situation going on. You don't immediately go to the cough syrup. You immediately go to the Lord. And so I just saw from Veronica talking about cough syrup. She went to get cough syrup for her sick kids, and there was nothing. It was all gone, right? And so in a situation like that, you're forced into a position where you have to trust Jesus instead of the cough syrup, right? And that should be something that we do normally. Before I go to the medicine cabinet, I should be going to my knees and asking the Lord to take care of my kids. And I'm just like everybody else. It's like I get a headache. Well, maybe I'm not like everybody else because I don't like medicine. And so, but generally speaking, I can be in a position where I'm going for the NyQuil before I'm going to the Lord and asking him to heal me. If I ever get the stomach flu, I'm leaning over the toilet going, Jesus, please, heal me or kill me, one or the other, stuff. No joke, I do that, so.
But I'm sure Bobby takes care of you.
Yeah, she does. I feel bad for her.
A little inside joke there.
Yeah. You talking about my wedding night?
No, but well, I wasn't going that far.
The day after my wedding, I woke up with a stomach flu, and so one of the first things that Bobby ran into is I was in the bathroom hanging over the toilet and vomiting, and she came in to pet my head, and I was like, "Get out of here!" Not something I wanted. So